So I had the surgery, gastric bypass, on June 18th, 2019, and today is January 6th, 2020. I've lost 92 pounds. I lost 26 in the 3 months before the surgery. So from March to June, yeah, I lost 26 pounds. And then I've lost the other, what is that, 66 pounds, I guess, since the surgery. So 92 total. Really happy with that. I feel great. I'm down to 225 pounds. So I was 317 when I started. I haven't lost as much weight as I lost, or I'm not down as low as I was the last time that I lost weight without the surgery, which was a few years ago. But I'm losing it much faster, obviously, to have lost 92 pounds since March. So I'm losing it a lot faster. I am losing my hair a little bit, but it's okay. It's not bad. And it's weird, having had the surgery. There are some things that I didn't realize or didn't think of, that when I eat, sometimes I get really full and sometimes I don't. So sometimes I feel like I could still eat. And the doctor said that he put me back on the antacids after like 3 months. I was supposed to go off of them after 3 months, and then I started feeling like I was hungry all the time. And he said, I want to put you back on the antacids. I'm worried about that. And then he put me on some gallbladder medicine. And those seem to have helped a lot. Mostly I notice that I'll feel really hungry if I drink while I eat, which is always a big no-no anyway. Or if I eat a little too much bread or whatever. So there are a lot of people on the Facebook weight loss surgery groups that I watch. And I don't know. I mean, a lot of them say things like, oh, I don't eat more than 500 calories, and I eat no bread, and I eat no pasta, blah, blah, blah. I don't try to be that rigid. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'll regret it. But I'm just, if I don't know. I mean, that's just not who I am. So I try to make sure that every day I get plenty of protein, because that's super important. I try to eat my protein first, and I try to make sure that I get vegetables and fruits in. And then I try to limit the amount of bread and pasta and stuff like that. But I would not say that I don't eat it. There are some weeks that I have a piece of toast every day for breakfast. But I eat really good toast. The Dave's bread, super high protein, super, whole grain kind of stuff. I've come to really like it. I do drink coffee every single day, sometimes more than once a day. I try to stay away from carbonated beverages because they say that it'll expand your tummy. And I do notice when I drink them that I don't always feel so great. I notice when I'm full, I burp. I just burped. And I ate a piece of, I would keep wanting to say kielbasa, but it's not kielbasa. It's bratwurst. Really good. But for dinner tonight, I had pizza. But it was the thin crust, the flatbread, whatever you call that, rustic kind of thing. And I only ate 2 thin slices of it. The guy who cooked it even said, why'd you only eat 2 slices of it? And I said, well, dude, I had gastric bypass surgery, and trust me, 2 slices is a compliment. So from what I understand, I should be eating about between a quarter and a half a cup of food at a sitting. And I will say that there are some times that that's how much I eat. But there are other times that I'll eat way more than that. And maybe, I certainly eat a cup. Maybe I would go to like a cup and a quarter. I don't think I've ever eaten a cup and a half at one sitting without getting pretty miserable. I don't have a lot of dumping, but I also don't eat a lot of sugar. But I will eat some. I went out with my family yesterday, and we got milkshakes, and I drank probably 4 pretty good gulps of a milkshake, and 4 or 5. I didn't feel good after that last gulp, so 1 gulp less would have been good. I will eat a bite of a cookie once in a while, or a bite of a brownie. I'll eat one of those little chocolates occasionally. But when I say occasionally, I mean, 2 or 3 times a week, not 2 or 3 times a day, generally. Yeah. We just got through the holidays, so I will say I ate a sliver of mincemeat pie and it was damn good. Let's see, what else do they say? I haven't started exercising yet, and I really want to exercise. As a matter of fact, I feel like exercising. Like I feel that I would feel better if I was exercising, and I don't feel bad. I am sleepy a lot. I go to bed really early, and then I don't really get up. I wake up, but then I just lay in bed. See, I'm tired right now, and it's only like 9 something. So, I had my 6-month checkup, and they checked my blood work, and all my blood work was perfect, except for my good cholesterol wasn't quite high enough. So they said to eat more avocados and nuts. And I say, anytime they tell you to eat more, it's a good thing. But anyway, so I've been trying to eat more avocados and nuts to get my good cholesterol up. But my A1C, which was at 6.4 before the surgery, was at 5.2 at my 6-month checkup. So that's fantastic. And that's because I don't eat a bunch of sugar. And of course, they rerouted my innards. I do notice, oh, here's a good shot, so you can see, sorry, there, okay. I do notice that my skin is getting loose. So I don't know if you can see that, but I got that there, I got it here, and on my legs, I got it on my stomach. I'm 55 years old, so I've been overweight my whole life. So to think that my skin wasn't stretched and wouldn't be loose and hangy and whatever was unrealistic. But I thought it anyway. I hoped, I thought, oh, maybe miracle. And it won't be, but it is. And I'll deal with that. So my overall goal is to lose 187 pounds. So I started at 317. I want to be 130. So yeah, that's 170 plus 17, 187 pounds to lose to get down to 130. I think 130 is a little low. That's what my doctor said. Excuse me. That's what my doctor said was my suggested weight. Because I'm 5'1" and 55 years old. I think it's a little low. I'll keep it as my goal, whatever. But I would say, man, if I get down to 150, I'm gonna be so happy. I already this weekend went shopping and was able to buy pants that were size 18 and shirts that were size 14. And my bra size has gone from a 50B to a 42C. So I'm not complaining there. I don't think my boobs got any bigger. I think it's just in relation to the rest of me that they're not as big. So, or they're, whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway, so my point being that I can almost shop in normal sizes. 18's not easy to find in normal sizes. But if I could get down to where I wore a size 14 pants and a, oh my God, a 10 shirt? Wow. I can't imagine that. 12. Call it a 12. Because I can't even imagine a 10. Wow. If I got down to there, I would think I had hung the moon. I think if I got down to 130, I mean, damn. I can't imagine how skinny I'd be. And I got big old hips, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll try to make more videos and see how it goes. Who the hell knows? I could completely screw up and gain weight. I don't know. I don't know what's on this journey for me. All I know is I want to feel good, and I feel good. I feel so much better. I bowl on Mondays with my friends again. I feel like I want to exercise. I'm able to go and do things. I feel great. So, if you're considering this surgery and you're not sure about it, I would say, if you've only been heavy for a short time, it's probably very possible for you to lose the weight and keep it off because you know what it's like to be skinny. You probably know what it takes to be skinny or fit, whatever you want to call it. I've been obese as long as I can remember. I mean, I look at my first grade pictures and I'm not skinny. I'm fat. I'm absolutely fat. And there were a couple of times throughout my school years that I got down to, 140, 130-ish. But only for a day. And then turn right back around. So I really don't know what it takes to be healthy weight. But I'm learning. And so that's what I would say about the surgery. If you've been healthy weight for an extended period of time, the surgery is very radical. It's very mind-changing. It's pretty scary because after you get it, you realize, shit, I can't really go back, Especially with gastric bypass, or if you do the, that one that's even bigger than the gastric bypass. I mean, those are pretty radical. Theoretically, they could reverse it, but probably not. I just think it's a big thing to do. For me, it took me, if you go back and watch my videos, I think it took me 6 or more years to finally get to the point where I was ready to do the surgery. And again, I had been obese my whole entire life. So the reason that I think the surgery was the right decision for me is because I don't know what it takes to truly be fit. I mean, I know how many calories it takes. I know how much exercise it takes. Logically, I know what it takes. But I don't know what it takes in your mind to be fit. And this surgery forces you to figure that out. It's so much more than just calories, intake, exercise. It's a mind fuck, is what it is. And some days you're like, this is easy, I can do this all day, no problem, blah, blah, blah. And other days it's like, I can't believe I did this. And all I want is to eat a whole pizza. And the nice thing about the surgery is that it saves you from yourself on those days. Because you can't. You can't eat a whole pizza. If you tried to eat probably 3 slices of pizza, you get sick. If the other day I tried to eat a peanut butter and jelly, a piece of toast with peanut butter and jelly on it, and it was natural peanut butter, didn't have any sugar added or anything, and I got really sick. After that fourth big gulp of milkshake, I got really sick. So it just doesn't let you get to the point of cramming so much food in your mouth. But what you could do, and this is where the mindfuck comes in, you could graze all day long. Because you could eat a quarter of a cup of food at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then at 9:30 you could eat another quarter of a cup of food, and then at 10:15 you could probably manage to scarf down another quarter of a cup of food. I don't know if you could do that all day, but eventually I'll bet you could. And that's how you could totally screw it up. So you've got to be willing to deal with the restrictions that are given to you as a gift from the surgery, where they make your tummy, this big, so that you can't eat that much without getting sick. And then you got to find something to distract your mind. And I guess maybe that's what skinny people do. They don't think about food all day like we do. They don't eat breakfast and think, what's for lunch? Maybe some of them do. Maybe those people have better self-control. Maybe those people actually get sick when they overeat. I don't know. I know for me, the surgery has been fantastic. I'm a little scared that I'm going to lose too much weight. Because for a little while I thought I wasn't losing any more weight. I thought I had just kind of, stayed the same for 30 days or whatever. And I thought, okay, that's it. I'm not losing any more. Doctor said maybe I'd lose about 70 pounds. That was, that's all the surgery would do. And then the rest would be me. And so I thought when I hit 70 pounds, that was it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And then next thing I knew, I started losing weight again. And so it is a little bit scary because I just, I don't know. What if I get too skinny? What if my brain gets screwed up and I get anorexic and start wanting to not eat all the time? What if my brain stays screwed up the way it is and I want to eat to the point of pain all the time? So those are things you think about. Those things don't go away with the surgery because they don't do surgery here. They do surgery here. But all in all, for me, it's been a fantastic decision. I'm losing the weight. I'm enjoying it. I tell everybody that I had the surgery. I don't care if they think that was a bad thing. I don't care if they think it's the easy way out, because screw them. It is not the easy way out. It is easier. It is absolutely easier than trying to diet, but it's scarier because you don't have control anymore. I mean, you have some control, but your body decides how much of the calories it's going to absorb from what you eat, and it's just different. It's just getting used to. So, would I recommend the surgery for most people? I would recommend it for most obese people. I would recommend it for someone who's in desperate need of losing weight, like I was, at 5'1" and 317 pounds. I was in desperate need of losing weight. So someone with a BMI over 50, like I had, I would recommend it for. Somebody with a BMI between 40 and 50 who had only been overweight for a short length of time, relatively short length of time, like a couple of years or whatever, I would say try Weight Watchers or something personally, because it's drastic, and it's forever. And it does change. It changes people's attitudes towards you, because they see that you're not eating what you used to eat. And they judge you. And they'll judge you, like if you eat the wrong thing, or eat something that they think you're not supposed to eat, they'll judge you for it, and they'll be, oh, be careful. My sister-in-law, I guess, got upset at, I think it was Thanksgiving, because I drank 2 glasses of wine, I think. I think she thought I drank more. But she was worried that I was going to kill myself by drinking the wine. And my brother said something about it, and he said, please don't be mad. And I wasn't mad. I was like, thank you for caring. Thank you for caring about me and worrying about me. And, I know that people have things in their lives that they relate things to. So thank you for caring. And I don't mind that. But it is something you have to get used to, that people's attitudes towards you change. Some of them change for the better, because some people don't like fat people. So they are nicer to me than they used to be. Some people avoid me because they don't know what to say. Some people are just right out, how much weight have you lost? Oh my God, when are you going to stop? Stuff like that. So all kinds of craziness goes on. But I just deal with it. It's just, it is different. And the surgery changes almost every aspect of your life. It changes riding on an airplane, because you can buckle the seatbelt without an extender. You can cross your legs eventually. This is pretty gross, but before I had the surgery, I couldn't wipe my butt without help. So I had to use a stick that you put the toilet paper on, and you use that to wipe yourself. And so it's pretty upsetting, because if you're out and you have to go, what you gonna do? You're either not gonna be clean, or you're not gonna go. So you have to decide, which pain is worse. Or when you're traveling, you have to carry that stick thing with you, and it's in your luggage, and gross, and yeah. So that is an amazing thing, to not have that problem anymore. In the shower, I'm able to get clean. I'm sorry, this is gross stuff, but this is the kind of stuff that people need to know, that you deal with when you're obese, and that goes away after you lose enough weight. And if the surgery is the way for you to lose the weight, then you're going to be happy with those things. Non-scale victories, right? They're amazing. I'm able to unbuckle my bra behind my back. I'm able to get up off the bed without somebody helping me. I can get out of a lower chair without having to rock to get out of it. These are just things that are amazing. My shoes. Some of my shoes don't fit anymore. I had to get new shoes because some of my shoes are too big and they fall off my feet. Because my feet were always swollen, all the time. And now my feet hardly ever swell. Sorry, I'm gonna cry. Wow. So life is better. But some things don't change. It doesn't fix everything. It causes new wrinkles in your relationships with your lover. It causes wrinkles in your relationships with your family and your friends. But for me, it was absolutely worth it. And I'm loving it. So I'm sorry I'm crying. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. The first time But I was at the store and I got a pair of pants that were a size 20 instead of a 28. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I cried there too. I cried in that changing room because, wow. So that's pretty cool. My daughter has an eating disorder. It's classified as like bulimia, but she's not bulimic really. I call it like binge eating with anorexia. So she kind of goes back and forth, I guess, between binge eating and not eating. And I worry that my surgery and my journey are triggers for her to not feel good about herself. And so, if you ever watch this, babe, I'm so proud of you and how you're dealing with your journey. I think you rock. I really, really think you rock. And, but it's just amazing how different people's journeys are in this situation, you know? People think that obese people can just stop eating. That's just not the way it is. It takes a lot of change. I did a lot of work up here before I had the surgery. So, I think that's helping me, but it's still hard. It's still hard. But, okay, enough rambling. And that was rambling, and I'm sorry. But I appreciate people watching and caring. If you, if you have any questions, man, just post them. I'll be happy to see what I can tell you. I'll try to post again. I'm sorry I haven't done those weekly journey things that other people do. Just not that way. I'm not that consistent. If I was that consistent, I never would have been obese. But anyway, thanks. And thanks for following. Thanks for watching. And thanks for being cool.